Becker Gooch. Do you want my address too? 234 South Roosevelt, Moscow, Idaho.
Okay.
Let me have them, and I'll just pass them down for you. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wait, did I give you? Oh, no.
Are we good?
I actually am far more verbose than I have time for, so you get all of the comments, and I just kind of filtered mine. Mayor and City Council, I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak publicly about community safety on our city streets. I would like to echo the many positive recognitions of the addition of four-way stop signs at Mountain View and F Streets, vital in the summer for kids using the Hamilton Low Swim Center and year-round use of the rec center and hub for youth sports and community programs. I think it's a real positive addition. It is also vital for students traveling to Moscow Charter School, Moscow Middle School, and McDonald's Elementary on foot and as bikers, as well as the general public. Drivers are acclimated to the change, and fewer stop sign violations are being observed by people. See people just zooming through them. People are starting to learn that that's now there. We have some other stop sign suggestions, and I won't go through all of those tonight, but they are on the printed comments I gave to you. It was an honor to interact with students and adults this past week as Citizens for Livable Community took to the streets with crazy dress, reflective vests, and catchy signs reminding motorists that school is back in session. The return to school is always a transition time for bikers, walkers, and motorists. We had 16 volunteers around town at key intersections that have the heaviest student and vehicle movement close to or connected to schools.
Ma'am, could I have you speak more directly into the microphone?
Oh,
We're having some trouble hearing.
Okay. Is that better?
That's great.
Okay. Now, where was I? Let's see. Our unscientific counts revealed few surprises, with Lena Whitmore having 249 pedestrians and 69 bikes, and Moscow High School with 575 pedestrians and 76 bikes as citizens moved to school, to work, and also including pockets of runners, exercise walking groups, and moms pushing strollers. The heavy usage of 3rd Street is not a one-and-done thing. It continues throughout the day with small and large groups. On Friday, I observed a large early afternoon group of students coming from school activity and stretching 2 blocks long just west of East City Park. They were talking and laughing with friends and paying little attention to anything around them besides the 4 cheerleaders leading the pack. This happens all the time. I personally am glad to see these students walking instead of being bussed from place to place. I counted the numbers in this group, 57, including the cheerleaders. I also noted that the new bike lanes and parking restrictions on 3rd Street seem to confuse some motorists and bikers alike. And I only saw, on the first day of school, 2 bikers using the bike lane. And I think it's because they're more confused about what the rules are with those new lines, and that although they will adapt as they get to use them more. One thing I did note that the bike lane abruptly ends at Polk Street. And it's like the bike, if there's a biker and a car side by side, that biker has no place to go except the curb and a parked car. So there needs to be some kind of a transition there instead of that abrupt end. I feel like we can confidently say there were no incidents of cars or bikes, bikes and feet meeting car wheels. So we'd like to think that what we did was a little bit of a boost to having drivers watch where they're going and be aware of bikers. There are 3 statistics worth noticing. Last records available show that Moscow ranked in the top 1% of communities in the nation for bikers. According to statistics provided by the city in a recent grant application, 25.3% of Moscow residents walk or bike to work, compared to the national average of 3.4%. We are to be proud of that part of our community. According to Walk Bike Alliance, Idaho pedestrian deaths are up 250%, and there is a serious injury or death involving pedestrians or bikes every 3 days in Idaho. We need to pay attention to these numbers for our own community. Citizens of the Louisville community continue to advocate for a pedestrian crossing at Paradise Creek to further support the safety of walkers, bikers, and handicapped. We also continue and strongly oppose a traffic bridge and arterial designation on 3rd, turning community gathering locations into a funnel by continuing Moscow-Pullman Highway 8 through the heart of our most unique, envied, and treasured
Becker,
community
could you
city.
wrap it up, please? I'm giving
Okay,
you
I
whatever you-
will come to the end right there. Community input in the past has strongly supported the designation of Collector Street and pedestrian and walking and handicap crossing at Paradise Creek. These same citizens have spoken out and continue to speak out against the traffic bridge. And these are just examples of
Okay.
the signs that we managed to wave crazily for the public.
That's great for the first day of school, and get everybody awareness of it, so that's great.
Yeah, we are going to continue doing this periodically through the year, too, because people tend to lax and not be aware. So we want to continue our efforts to have people be aware.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Ms.
welcome.
Coates.